Hey guys, and early morning nonsense. Now, while this is somewhat political, not really political in nature, it does deal with World of Warcraft, which is my, area. So, so we've got Cobalt Crusader and Dr. Sinatra retweeted this. So Cobalt Crusader, yes, cancel the guy who donates stuffed animals to poor kids as a hobby. Surely this will save WoW and Blizzard's reputation. So what are they talking about? The Cannibal Corpse vocalist is one of many to recently have their in-game cameo scrubbed from World of Warcraft. Blizzard renames WoW character based on musician who made homophobic remarks. You're like, oh my god, it must be terrible. What did this man say? If he's getting scrubbed and removed from World of Warcraft, he must have said some god awful shit. He must be super duper, super serial homophobic. So, but we got a picture of him. This man travels all over the country for his job. As a hobby, he plays every claw machine he can while on the road. He donates everything he wins to charity toy drives. His name is Corpse Grinder, and he is Cannibal Corpse's lead vocalist. Be like Corpse Grinder. So you see him winning some stuffed animals. I used to be really good at crane games. We got the little Luigi. Mario, look at me. Looks like he's got Eeyore right there. But he's also Horde representing, so the Horde tattoo right there. I mean, it's pretty dope. I mean, how can you say anything? It's like, what have I said? Be kind. This guy doesn't have to do any of this, but he goes around playing crane games, collecting toys, and donates them. I don't see anything wrong with that. But oh god, he said something. He said homophobic stuff. What is this awful homophobic stuff he said? Well, first off, there's these. And of course, it's always got to be a person with pronouns in their bio. So when is Blizzard going to remove Gorge, the Corpse Grinder character, named after a prominent Horde player who threw homophobic, ableist slurs and death threats to Alliance/Night Elf players on the BlizzCon stage? So, Vaclav Messina, I was curious about what his crime was, and this is it. So, during an interview that was aired during the 2011 BlizzCon, so this was 2011. During the interview, while speaking about his love for the game, the Cannibal Corpse frontman can be heard referring to the Alliance as a homo alliance, calling the players who choose to play as part of the Alliance cocksuckers. Oh no, sounds like a typical slur, or not slur, but a typical insult you'd hear from any fucking 12-year-old kid playing, who has their mic on. And this is what they're canceling him over, calling them a cop. Are they trying to imply that the Alliance is made of nothing but homosexual men, and that there are no females whatsoever who do indeed enjoy the sucking of the cock? Is that what they're implying, that the Alliance is nothing but homosexual men? Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there's more than just gay dudes on the Alliance. So for them to say that it's homophobic, unless the Alliance is completely comprised of gay men, I really don't see a cocksucker as a slur. As for Homo Alliance, I mean, come on, they are kind of fruity. I mean, you've got humans, which are boring as fuck. You've got your furries. You got your Worgen. You've got your Pandaren, who can also be on a Horde side, but obviously they can choose to be on the Alliance. You've got your Space Goats. You have your Goldshire in role-playing place on Moonguard, which is comprised of Alliance players. So I mean, they are kind of fruity. Yeah, they are. Let's not deny this. Horde's the way to go. But homo lines and cocksuckers is what got this man canceled. Let that sink in. This is coming from a company now. They're removing his reference from the game. This is the same company who, oh God, we're gonna change this portrait of a woman who, oh, they might be showing a little boobage. We're gonna change this woman to a bowl of fruit because that totally makes sense. Blizzard is a shell of its former self, far too political and not up to its old standards. Just a cash grab, really. Yeah, I mean, can someone enlighten me on the lore behind this? Let's see. George Corpse Grinder Fisher is a massive WoW nerd, has a Horde symbol tattoo. Several CC records have Fuck the Alliance in the credits. Blizzard added an NPC to WoW named George the Corpse Grinder, because I guess some of them are Cannibal Corpse fans. George has always talked openly about his Alliance hate, and for a while in the mid-outs, it was a bit of a meme to ask him about it and watch him go on colorful rants about how the Alliance sucks in typical gamer fashion for the time. Now it's getting dug up, apparently. Doesn't make up for the shit that, yeah. What this guy said is nothing compared to what's been going on with Blizzard. All I saw was that he said homo once during an interview in like the 2000s. What a non-issue. He said a whole slew of words, but he was still just riffing about a video game. No one was even being targeted. Fake outrage. Corpse Grinder doesn't strike me as the kind of person who cares about being canceled. Having met the dude, CC was born in my hometown, and so they do a lot of shows here. He is the nicest guy out there. He even took the time to record a video to my buddies that they were still serving overseas. That's cool. Nothing can save Blizzard's reputation after the Bill Cosby selfie incident, and the sexual harassment offing incident, which are arguably the same incident. It's not like his band doesn't have songs like I Come Blood, Eat Back to Life, and Hammer Smashed Face. Corpse Grinder is too Chad for Blizzard anyway. Yeah. Dude, I'm waiting for them to suddenly retcon their South Park episode because it paints a bad image. Oh god, the South Park episode Make Love Not Warcraft, one of my favorite episodes of all time. I've said this before, you know, it was already somewhat funny before I had started playing World of Warcraft, but then after I watched the episode, having played the game for a little while, it was so much funnier. You know, they made the joke about the Arathi Highlands having like fucking 5,000 people, and I'm like, no one likes Arathi Highlands. No one goes there. I mean, unfortunately back then, if you wanted to level up, you kind of had no choice but to go there and just grind because there weren't enough quests in that area. I remember I was leveling through the zone, and then the quests just stopped. I remember I was like, I only did a couple quests, and I remember the raptors, having to kill those. I just remember having to go around and just grinding because the quests just stopped. It didn't send you to a new area. It just stopped. So yeah, no one was in Arathi Highlands, which was makes the joke so much funnier when they say that 5,000 people were killed there by this rogue player who's going around killing other players. I was like, no. How do you kill that which has no life? Which is also cool because that the weapon that they have is actually in the game. It's called Slayer of the Lifeless, and the flavor text is, "How do you kill that which has no life?" So it's cool that the Sword of 1,000 Truths in the game is actually in the game, just Slayer of the Lifeless, which I have. It's a pretty cool looking sword, especially for Death Knights who want the whole somewhat Frostmourne rune blade look. Also, Turning Tide was a really good one. Not just back then, it was a really good one for Warlocks. But also, same thing, skull, runic blade, you got the runes on it. So, if you're a Death Knight, that is perfect for, for it. Well, after Transmog was introduced, at least, which was in Cataclysm, which was an expansion after. But how do you kill that which has no life? Anyways, yeah. They banned high-level top spender players because they said Hong Kong is its own country. Pretty sure they're beyond saving, regardless. Why are people trying to cancel him? Another win for Final Fantasy XIV. It's really sad because he was a big fan of WoW. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of WoW, but between all the bullshit that's been going on and just the fact that the game it doesn't feel fresh anymore. It's just the same shit every expansion. And it's like, I think the game kind of suffers from the same kind of thing that like Genshin Impact suffers from. Like, they have ideas that they put in the game, but then they take them out. People have been wanting the Mage Tower back, which they're bringing back for time walking. But is it going to be like part of the Legion time walking, where it only happens once every fucking 6-7 months? The Mage Tower should just be a permanent part of the game. Even after you've collected all your rewards that you can possibly get, it should still be there because it does provide a challenge. People don't care if it rewards them with anything. It provides a challenge. I remember, actually, when the Mage Tower was introduced and it was in Legion, I think I only had about an hour or two before it was gone for good, and I wanted to at least get the Legion artifact appearance on my Demon Hunter, because those were really fucking sick. So I stayed up till about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I think I finally completed it when I had about 20 minutes left. God, my heart was racing. I think I was like fucking sweating because you get to that final stage of it, and it's just the whole thing is hell. You got to change your entire toolkit to do this. You got to not respec, but change your skills and everything. It's like, oh yeah, change it to where you stay in demon form longer, or this or that. So after God knows how many attempts, I finally got it at around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I only had an hour or so left before they took it away. So, but yeah, stuff like that. People are just, people like Torghast and all that, but you need to give more variety. So, like, they need to bring back scenarios. Like, those were fun. 3 people, it doesn't matter what role they are. You could have 3 TPS, you could have 3 healers, you could have 3 tanks. It didn't matter. It's just 3 people thrown into this scenario, story driven. You know, you get bits of the story of the expansion through it. So I found those really fun. You know, same thing you can do with everything else. You get achievements, and you had stuff you can unlock. You know, like transmog type things. So scenarios would be really, really cool to have back. I don't know how big pet battling is. I don't really hear anyone say, "Oh yeah, when I play World of Warcraft, I love the pet battling system." It's like Pokemon, but worse. Like, if they were to directly rip off Pokemon, it would probably make it better. Blizzard, just fall. I'm just so tired. I mean, if he's going to be homophobic, it's best not to have people with shit on their shoes on your team. It wasn't. It was some shit he said in 07. Plus, I mean, man, it's nicer than an entire Blizzard staff. Yes, cancel the guy with a name that will piss off conservative moms who will not admit they have multiple misconducts in their workspace. Good job. Wait. Dude makes songs about killing people and fucking corpses, but homophobia is going too far. Yeah, this like all reminds me of the thing with Dave Chappelle that's been going on. And I'll talk about that in another video. I'm not going to talk about this now, but I'll talk about, because I watched it and I don't see a fucking issue. Well, John, that's because you're homophobic too. No, if you really watch the special, you'll see he not even remotely close to being phobic in any kind of way, and especially the last 20 minutes. But like I said, I'll talk about them in a different video. George Corpse Grinder. Lol. Blizzard's just a former shell of its old shell, and it's just looking for ways to keep a corpse on life support for living a little bit longer. Yeah, he just said cocksucker. That's not even homophobic. Exactly. It's like I said, it's almost like they're implying that the alliance is comprised entirely of gay men. That there are no females who enjoy sucking up the cock on the alliance side. Now, if it was all gay men, then yes, it would be not even homophobic. I mean, this, like I said, these are typical insults you'd hear a fucking 13-year-old screaming out, you know, playing Call of Duty or whatever else they fucking play. So how is it homophobic? These people just need to fucking calm their tits. Just chill the fuck out. Okay, not everything is homophobic. Not everything is ism or phobe. Alright? That's calling someone a cocksucker. That's, people do that in real life, not just in a game. Blizzard, uh-oh, you said a no-no. Haha. Blanks half of my employees. One thing I don't understand about these so-called woke people is the fact that they have to be the biggest problematic, offensive, abusive bullies of them all. Before, people be like, whatever floats your boat. Now, I find that offensive, so I will destroy you, literally. Yeah. I'm curious what homophobic remarks he said. The horrible capital crime of calling someone a word I can't say because it's fucking YouTube on Xbox Live. Regardless, I bet substantial amount. It pales in comparison to the upper echelons of Blizzard's actions and severity. Yeah. People are going all crazy over some fucking names when Blizzard has done so much worse. In 2007, he made some remarks about how the Alliance were homos, the Blood Elf City. See, he wasn't just bashing on the Alliance, how the Blood Elf City, Blood Elves, being Horde, City was queer looking. And for people who don't know, queer means odd. So when someone says that seems a tad bit queer, it just means odd. That's a bit odd. And putting in that context, yes, it does look odd. You have things floating and stuff like that. So yes, one could say that, Silver Moon is rather queer looking. It's like if someone says gay, they just assume that means the homosexual version, when gay means happy. And remember Flintstones will have a gay old time. Well, we're not saying we're gonna have a gay old time, as in we're gonna have that kind of time. It means you're gonna have a good time, a happy time. But no, people don't know the other meanings to these fucking words. So queer just means odd or different. And night elves were bundle of sticks. Same things like with that word. But have proof of this homophobia since this incident 15 years ago. Don't be homophobic then. Simples. Oh no. Stop abusing female staff. Remove all sexual references from our games. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Rather than just having their staff just be better people and getting rid of the bad eggs, which they did. Instead of doing that, let's just change a bunch of shit in our game, because that will totally solve the problem. OMG, he said the F word in 1998. Cancel him. Honestly, fuck Blizzard at this point. And that makes go fucking cry in a river and tell me how you... Can't say that. If he apologized for it, he deserves forgiveness, but I think he did nothing. But, oh wait, I think he did nothing wrong. Fuck him. Right. Anyways, the point being, this guy's getting canceled for some gamer talk he did years ago. But cancel culture doesn't exist, remember? That's what the left says, that cancel culture doesn't exist. And yet we have yet another person they're trying to cancel because he said some gamer shit ages ago. It only doesn't exist when they don't want it to exist. Only when it goes against... When they're trying to cancel someone like this, or someone that, on the other side of the aisle, then it doesn't exist. Then it's just conspiracy theories. But then when you try doing the same thing to them, oh my god, cancel culture. Cancel culture is the worst thing. And you see it all the time with the people, the Kool-Aid hair and all that. You see it all the time. They have no problem trying to cancel someone, but they're the same ones saying, oh, cancel culture doesn't exist. But then when someone goes after them, oh my god, people are trying to cancel me. This is totally unfair. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I thought you said cancel culture doesn't exist. Oh, it only doesn't exist when you're trying to cancel someone you don't agree with. But when it's happening to you, suddenly it exists. You can't have your cake and eat it too there, sweetie pie. Anyways, what do you think? A lot of people have it right. Blizzard is just a shell of its former self. They're so concerned about being woke and trying to cover up all this shit, erasing stuff from the game, rather than taking a look at themselves and seeing that the problem is them. And it not the stuff in the game, it's them as human beings. Because they allowed terrible shit to go on for God knows how many years. But now it's like, look at us, we're super woke and we're super inciting. We're doing what we can to scrub the game of anything that might cause bad feelings amongst players and people and blah blah blah. And no, just fire the people who are being the bad actors, bring in new people who will do the job and treat people the way they should be treated, and carry on. No need to, oh god, we gotta take this picture. What do we just replace it with a bowl of fruit? Just do it. But that doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. Just fucking do it. A bowl of fruit. Or, oh my god, this guy said some gamer talk almost 15 years ago. We gotta take him out of the game now. No. But let me know what you guys think. That's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.